Hello, I am back. Just working now and just thought I could use some company. So if anybody wants to hop on, chit chat, let's do it. I am just working and talking to myself. Unless someone wants to talk with me, then we can party. What am I working on right now? I am just doing some computer work and seeing what's going on in the news. I have about 30 minutes, so let's see what happens in 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes ends up, once 30 minutes is up, I gotta go pick up my children. Hello? Ooh. Trump says 25% tariffs will start on Tuesday, tomorrow. Mexican and Canadian imports will go up by 25%. What do you guys think about that? That's what's breaking news. I saw someone said that he might pause it. Guess he decided not to. So I guess it's on. The trade war is on, guys. Trade war is on. It's happening. What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about the trade war? That's why I want to know. It's happening. I thought that we were going to. I thought it was one of those things where he was just gonna kind of like fake it. That's what a lot of people do. I saw it like in historic times that a lot of presidents threaten the tariffs, and once it gets down to it, they kind of back off. And I think a lot of people thought that's what's gonna happen. I mean, technically, that's what happened last time, right? He threatened the tariffs. When it got down to it, hello, he backed off, and I guess a lot of people thought. I mean, I personally thought he was gonna back off, but we'll see. If I mean, I mentioned this before. I feel like the tariffs thing is just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. But we'll see. We will see. What else did I see today on the news? I saw that. I guess I'm trying to remember the name of the company. They have like a. To me, it's like a video game company's name. It's the UMC, the semiconductor chip company that's in Taiwan or wherever. They are coming to America. Am I from Canada? No, I'm from America. I am in California. Mr. Miyagi. I don't. You remind me. I saw this picture of Mr. Miyagi, right? And he was out partying. I'm trying to find the picture, but he was out partying, and like you remember him in Karate Kid, right? Like the he's just like out, and he was like with a bunch of party girls, and it's the most hilarious thing to see. Am I gay? No, I am not. Do I give off that vibe or something? That's funny. You're not the only person that has asked me that lately. Buy Nvidia stock. How is Nvidia stock doing these days? Nvidia stock. But damn, you're interested. That's funny. Ooh, let's see. Nvidia stock right now, 5 days. It's down 12%. I used to work in finance, and we had this saying, right? When everybody is smiling, is the time that you sell, and when everyone is crying, it is the time to buy. And right now, everybody is crying. So is it the time to buy? I wonder. What else was I was thinking about? Oh, yeah, we were talking about Mr. Miyagi, right? And it's always funny to see like you have these characters in your life, right, where they seem like father figures, right? Mr. Miyagi or you have Phil from Fresh Prince, or even Carl's Winslow from Family Matters, and you kind of see them as you grow up. You see like more details about them, and it kind of like changes the way you think about them. So I think that's pretty interesting. Like just hearing about the Diddy stories of like Carl Winslow at those Diddy parties, just going at it with somebody. That's that kind of like puts a different spin, I guess, on your whole childhood. Like you're watching like Family Matters, and you got Urkel or whatever. And now when I think about, I don't even know his name, but I just know Carl Winslow, or the guy he's the cop from Die Hard, right? And just hearing the stories of him just like in the Diddy parties, going wild with Diddy there, just watching him like, hey, you do it. Like, oh my God. That that just ruins your whole childhood. I used to love Family Matters. Like if you're like a 90s kid, I'm pretty sure you can contest to this, where you are raised off TV. Like literally you have a TV dad. Like that's literally my babysitter. I remember going home from school, just turning on TV, and that's what kept me busy for hours and hours and hours. And it kept me out of trouble, right? But like that's crazy. Family Matters. Mr. Miyagi was a party fiend, and I love seeing the memes where it's like it's like Mr. Miyagi never told you about this, right? And he's like with a bunch of strippers or something. Hello. Yeah, so I am just working here, chatting with you guys. If you guys have something fun you want to talk about, or just want to broadcast to the world something good to happen to you today, that's what we need. We need more positive. Hi, who are you? I'm a Bruce Lee student. Impossible. Bruce Lee has been gone for a very long time. Hello, you have a dog? I have a dog too. Where where are we going with this? You know what's funny? Okay, every time I start a stream, right, people see that I'm Asian. First 5 questions to come in, right? Do you eat cats and dogs? What kind of Asian are you? I've gotten the Bruce Lee thing a few times. I've gotten a Jet Li thing a few times. Do I look like Jet Li? That's kind of funny. But every single time, without fail, without fail. Hello, hello, everybody. Let me know something good that happened to you today. Let's see what happened to me today. I was gonna buy some eggs. No more. Okay, Harold from White Castle. That's pretty good. I like him. White Castle was a very good movie. Where are you from, my brother? I am in California, and if you're wondering what kind of Asian I am Vietnamese. You have a class that was taught in his ways. Are you talking about what was it? Jeet Kune Do? Is that Jeet Kune Do? That's like Bruce Lee. If you're talking about Bruce Lee, ahead of his time. What do? I make designs for clothing. If you see some of my other videos, I'm in my garage half the time making shirts and clothes and whatnot. So I'm just designing stuff, and just thought I am super. I do a lot of stuff by myself, so I like to just have this on, and I like to talk, have someone to talk to. So if you guys are bored, be bored with me. And we'll talk about I'll talk about anything, to be honest. Maybe you already have one of my shirts. You never know. Hello from the UK. if we are still friends in the future. I think that's also a crazy shift too. That I guess America, we're turning red. Is that the new thing? Right? We're friends now with Mr. Putin. So if you're in the UK, well, I guess we'll see you guys. You're from India? Okay. I have a lot of Indian friends. What's the price for a single shirt? It depends because it depends on how like complicated the design is. I mean, I try to keep everything under like 15 US dollars, somewhere on there. You like monk to me, sorry. Monk? You're saying monk? I feel like, are you saying that I am losing my hair? That's just true too. I don't know, is it stress or what, but I am slowly losing my hair. And if anyone knows anybody from Hims and wants to sponsor me, thank you. um, I think what's very interesting though, if you think about how many age, I don't get it. How many age truth or dare? We could play truth or dare. Ask me a question. We'll see how it happens. I don't know if I could do any dares because I have to work. So if you're telling me to, you're daring me to like go somewhere, I can't go anywhere. I have to sit here. What is Hims? Hims is like a hair growth company, and yeah, I mean, if you listen to a lot of podcasts or YouTube videos, they someone's sponsored by Hims. They'll kind of throw out an ad read. My age, I am in my high mid 30s. Yeah, getting older, getting older. You know, it's funny thing about Asians and age is that we will look like we are in our 20s until we hit our 40s or 50s, and all of a sudden we'll look like old, wrinkly 80-year-olds. That's like, oh, right, you're close. So you look like I'm 36. I am pretty close to 36. But deep down, I feel like I can get away with being 20. But I don't know, that could just be my ego. I mean, a lot of times I feel like I'm still like in my 20s. Okay, am I married? Yes, I am married. I've been with my wife for about 15 years. 15 years. So if you have relationship questions, I'll answer those too. Yeah, that's that's true. Asians follow an exponential aging process. It's crazy. Um, I'm doing truth for now because I said earlier I can't go anywhere. So we'll play truth if you want to play truth or dare. Like I can't leave my desk. So if you want me to dare me to do something, it has to be within my desk, right? And I'm still trying to work here. So like sorry if I'm slow, but like and I have to leave at in 20 minutes or so. Let's see. Have you ever fished? Okay. You gotta clarify what does fish mean? Dude, pop your knuckles. I could do this. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Does that come through very well, or because on my end it's like popping like crazy? All right, cool. I have fulfilled your wishes. One thing about getting old, right? My knees are killing me. My knees. I used to run cross country, and you know, we used to do like 6 miles a day or so, and I think I'm paying the price for that now. My knees are killing me. Let's see. I'm sorry if I don't answer all of them. I'm like trying to do work and then sleep. So whatever is in here, I'll answer. Have I ever visited China? Yes, I've been to China a few times. Um, if you want to know, I think there's some interesting stories in China. Let's see, 6 miles a day, where? Just around everywhere. If you're in cross country, in track, you run a lot in high school. So we used to do it every day, 6 miles. If you do a cross country race, it's 3 miles. So we train 6 miles, you run 3 miles, you kind of get used to it. And then I've done a few marathons, and yeah, that's I need that like David Goggins mindset, I guess, where you just do it until you die. Oh, okay. If you guys are familiar with David Goggins, I feel like he's one of those people that just one day, his body's just gonna completely explode on him, and it's not gonna be pretty. Let's see. All right, let's answer a few things. Okay. Have you ever tried drawing? Yes. As I said before, I design shirts and stuff, and so I know how to draw ish, but I'm not very good at it. And I have to say that drawing is one of those things where it's subjective, right? Like what someone thinks is good might not be good to another person. I have a friend that's he is the designer for a major car company, and he says that his job is completely useless because no matter what he does, there's going to be people that likes it, and there's going to be people that hate it. So it doesn't matter what his designs are, right? Like, and cars are designed 4 years in advance, right? So he has to project what he imagined what the car is going to look like down the road, and he's in charge of outside, what the car is going to look like outside. And he said his job is completely replaceable. Like literally, you can get rid of him and not even notice because he's like nobody cares what the car looks like. Thought that's pretty interesting. All right, something interesting in China that I remember this one time I was in China, and I'm trying to think of something that's like that you guys would find very interesting. Um, I know what I found very interesting when I went over to China is if you think like if you're in America, you think the gap between the rich and the poor is large. The gap between the rich and the poor in China is huge. Like, if you're going down the streets, right? You will see like luxury cars, like a Maybach or whatever, and then you'll see people on bikes. It is the most interesting thing that I could think of when I was back there because it's like you see these people and cars. Another thing, if you have a car in China, if it's not a Chinese car, let's say you have like a Mercedes, right? The price of that Mercedes is actually triple the price it is in America. So just you having one of those, like, let's say you have a Lambo, that Lambo, because of the tariffs and taxes to get it into China, is like triple. So just imagine, right? You see a Lambo driving down, right? Or whatever, super high end car, and then you see someone in like this beat up old old like one of the crappiest cars, and they're just like right next to each other, and it's the weirdest sight. That's one thing. But why is the price of a Mercedes double there? It's the tariff. It's really the import taxes because they have to import those in. That's why the prices are double. And then another very interesting thing is that I don't know if it's popular all over Asia, but it's very like the other thing is the license plates matter a lot, where they will pay extra. So there's one thing to flex on having the, let's say, the Mercedes, right? And there's another thing to flex, have the Mercedes and have a prestigious license plate. So like, and we're not talking about a custom license plate. You know, in America, you can just get those vanity plates and just have it say like hot girl 5, whatever, right? But like, it's regular. Let's say you imagine you got your regular standard license plate, and it's, I think in America its standard is three, is it 2 letters, one number, 3 letters, one number, whatever. But if you can get all those to match up to be something nice, let's say it's all 8 5, like let's say it's 5, like 6 8 8 5 6, like basically all eights, like, and B, like, you know, like make it look nice. That's a prestigious license plate equivalent in China. Like you want the government plates, but have the numbers arranged in a certain way where it means something. Because in China, numbers mean things. Like if you see a 168, it means my Chinese is very bad, but it's like Iluba means road of wealth, right? 168. So if you can get 168 on your license plate in China, that's like top tier. Because that means that you're driving, you're on the road of wealth, right? So you will pay extra for that. And it has to be government issued, not a vanity plate. So and then so you know people. Do I know what I'm talking about? Yes, I do, of course. Why would I be saying it? This is the internet, guys. All right, I'm sorry. What else do you guys want to talk about? I'm on the road of well right now. Bro, what's my name? Dude, this is the internet, okay? I'm in the 90s. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 90s. We grew up in chat rooms, catfishing and trolling each other and doing all that stuff. Like, I don't know what's wrong with the kids these days where they like kind of like, here's my social online. Like it's that's insane. I heard that in China will ban license plates. How can they ban license plates? Like you need to identify your cars, okay? Right? Like 90s people, they get it. Okay, you have to keep a little bit of anonymity online. Just can't. Okay. Are you in Japan? No, I'm not in Japan. I just said earlier that I am in America. What am I working right now? I'm also making a video right now. I'm talking about I I'm looking at Elon Musk's children's names, and they're so funny to me. Like I'm thinking about like Elon Musk. Um, he's got what, 13 kids now, and you kind of see his like descent into like his mindset changing by the names of his children, right? So you're looking at his children. The first ones is Griffin Musk, Vivian Musk, Damien Musk, right? These are with his first wife or first whoever partner. Saxton Musk, Kai Musk, and then Nevada. Okay? Then he gets with Grimes, and he's got 3 kids with Grimes. You got the XAEA 12, right? And then you have Dark Zadriel. That's crazy. Techno Mechanius. Oof. Like I can't tell if it's Elon that came up with these names or did Grimes come up with these names, but they are the the names he has with Grimes, like the children he has with Grimes, they have the craziest names. And then he's got another one with another one of his partners, Strider and Azir. I feel like they were just into Lords of the Rings, right? And then I don't know. That's just crazy. Street smarts only jeans. You know, okay. Street smarts. Would you rather have street smarts or book smarts? Like that's a question. Because like this is what I tell some of my friends, right? If you have a kid, right, and they have too much book smarts, they're like a super nerd, right? And then if you have a kid that's got too much street smarts, they're like a gangster, right? So what would you rather have, like a gangster or a nerd? I know a kid, he's super smart. Um, and he's been in school forever now. Like it's insane. He's on his like third master's degree. But he graduates, right? And I'm trying to remember what did he graduate originally. So anyways, let me give you some more backstory. Okay. He is Chinese, he's from China. In high school, he moves to the UK. He goes to Cambridge, right? And then for college, he comes to America. He goes to USC and he gets his master's in computer engineering, computer something. After he's done, right, he goes out and he tries to get a job, right? Because his parents, I believe he told me, or yes, his parents told me that they've spent in total for his education from elementary school all the way to him finishing college about $2 million. Because keep in mind, he's from China. He went to, when he goes abroad, they have to get housing for him, all kinds of stuff, right? So about 2 million US dollars in total from elementary school all the way until he finishes college. Now he's done with college. He gets out. It's time for him to get a job. Now keep in mind for me, I when I was in college, I had a job the whole time, like because I had to pay my way. But his mommy and daddy paid for him. So, anyways, he gets out of college. He tries to get a job. He interviews. He interviews. He interviews. He's super smart. He's a guy that if you had him take a test, he will ace it no matter what. He cannot get a job anywhere. This guy straight A's his whole life. Any subject, any test, it doesn't matter. You give him a test, he will ace it. Doesn't get a job anywhere. He applies everywhere, can't get a job. Why? He bombs every single interview because he's got zero people skills, zero street smarts. He just bombs completely every interview. Nobody wants to hire him because he just doesn't know how to communicate during the interview. And so what does he do? He ends up going back to school to get another master's. That's the solution. Right? So kids in China, a lot of them, he's not the only one. I guess his parents were telling me, maybe his parents are delusional. I don't know. His parents were telling me that, does he blame back people? That's funny. His parents were telling me, oh, his other kids that they know, like they all have 2 degrees now. That's why he can't get a job. People that he's competing with, they have 2 masters. Right? So he's going back to school now to get another master's on some, I don't know what. But the moral of the story is this guy is the professional student at this point. And it's because he's got zero street smart. So I don't know, like, would you rather be a gangster or super nerd? Because even this super nerd cannot get a job anywhere. At least that's my. How is he paying for them? Mommy and daddy are very you know. Like I said before, in China, there are very poor, very rich. No in between. You either got it or you don't. And he happens to be on the I got it side. So I mean, those are the cards you were given in life, you know? Some of us have to do and work for everything. Some of us just born with the right cards. I mean, honestly, I think he doesn't I think it's just easier for him to be in school. Like you gotta imagine this guy's life, right? He's born pretty wealthy. His parents are influential-ish, and as long as he just keeps he keeps at it, he could just skate by, and maybe they passed away. He just gets it all, and you know, we'll see. Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. What is Jackie Chan up to? You know what I saw the other day? He's still doing that gum trick, which I thought was super cool when I was a kid. Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of interesting stories. You have to dig it out of me. Like you gotta give me a topic to talk about, and maybe it'll summon out. What else I was thinking about? Sorry, I got 5 more minutes before I have to go, and but I'll be back. I'm trying to stream at the same time every time, and I have to say, if you guys are still here, uh, especially if you're from India, I have to say that you're scrolling through the internet and you see hottie bodies everywhere, but you choose to stop at me to listen to me ramble on. Like yeah, so thank you very much, because I know when I scroll the internet and I see a hottie body, I stop and I watch. it's it's very hard. The What's my favorite subject? um Crime. I love learning about crime. I don't know why. It's like the most interesting thing to me. So when I see stuff like how to lockpick, how blah 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 got away with this crime or that crime. Um, okay, you scroll and you see tarot readers. You gotta fix your algorithm. That's crazy. How often do I fart? Maybe like once every 2 3 hours. I don't know. You want to hire me as your private attorney? Oh, I have a great story about private detective that I could tell you guys, but I don't have the time right now. That's another day story. One time we had to hire a private detective, and I think I learned some pretty interesting things about the private detective world. So that's fun. Let's see what else. Forensic science? No, okay. I'm not talking about forensic science. As I said before, I'm more of a street guy. So I like when I mean about crime, I'm talking about like how to pick that lock over there. Um, what happens if you? What's the best way to break into a house? You know what I mean? Like it's stuff like that. Like how to hotwire a car, and it's not like I do it. I just like to know. Do you know what I mean? Like I like to know have that information. Can I? No, I don't have to go right now because I just went to the bathroom a few minutes ago. Am I a hacker? I wish. No, I am terrible with computers. I wish I could be a hacker. But I like to know about that stuff though. I just think it's very fascinating. So if you take the time to, and I said this a lot of times, like, um, we live in the information age. If you want to learn how to do something, um, you know, learn. So I think recently I got like a lock picking set, and I'm really into like picking locks now. and it's actually a very useful skill. I think as long if you can learn to pick up to, let's say, a standard master lock, that's a very useful skill. So that way, like, you can, if you get locked in somewhere, you can always pick that lock. So that's my recommendation I have for you guys. Learn to pick a lock up to a master lock, because you never know when that's going to come in handy. I don't know how many times I've already like used that, where someone locked themselves out of a house, someone forgot and they locked something, or we just need to get in somewhere and we don't have the key. But it's I'm not saying to break the law, okay? I'm just saying some you get into that situation sometimes. It's better to have those skills. Am I let's see. No, I don't know any of that JavaScript, CSS or HTML. No. That's hard. Picking a lock on a car door is more useful, I think. Oof, I don't know. Okay, I've never tried a car door before. I think that's hard. Or I'm scared to mess it up. I've done house door, master locks, deadbolt. Deadbolt is actually very is useful too. You just never know. That's what I'm saying. Where like you get locked out of your house and you just if you walk away from this and you learned how to pick up to a deadbolt and you need to get into your house, you're welcome. I just saved yourself like 200 or 300 bucks. Yes, I just saved you guys money. Teach us something about space we would not know. There's a meteor coming to the Earth, and it's up to like 3% now. That's what I know about space. And I'm telling you now, what's his name? The the guy that the CEO of the founder of Virgin Airlines, whatever, Virgin Records, he's gonna try to send drones to mine it. Someone is gonna mess it up. They're gonna do a Armageddon. I'm telling you right now, that meteor is getting close. They're going to send. Let me just call it now. They're gonna send some drones out there to try to mine it, and they're gonna mess it up, and it's gonna come at us. Just just watch. That's what I'm thinking about. If you're asking me about space, that's what's on my mind about space. The meteor's coming. Someone's gonna send drones to try to mine it, and they're gonna mess it up, and then boom, it's gonna hit us. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's great. I'll probably be back a little bit later if you want to know anything else. Yes, I know this outfit makes me look like a computer scientist, but maybe that's what makes you stop. So maybe I'm gonna wear this all the time. Thank you so much. Bye bye.